Captain James Miller of the Earth Diplomatic Corps stared out the viewport of the Harmony watching the massive alien fleet surrounding his small vessel. 300 warships against one unarmed diplomatic cruiser. The aliens call themselves the Vex, a species that had conquered 17 star systems before encountering humanity. "They're hailing us again, sir," said Lieutenant Tom Reed from the communication station. James nodded. "Put them through." The alien commander appeared on screen, its obsidian exoskeleton gleaming under the harsh lights of its bridge. Unlike humans, the Vex had discovered faster-than-light travel thousands of years ago, conquering and subjugating every species they encountered with their superior technology. "Your final warning, human. Surrender your territories or face extinction," the commander said, its translated voice cold and mechanical. "Your species is primitive. You've barely left your solar system. You cannot hope to resist." James maintained a neutral expression. "Commander, as I've explained, humans operate under strict interstellar protocols. Rule 7 explicitly forbids surrender to hostile forces without exhausting all diplomatic options. I respectfully request more time for negotiations." The alien commander made a sound that the translator couldn't process. "Your rules are meaningless to us. We have studied your history. Humans are fractious, violent, and unpredictable. Yet you cling to these arbitrary regulations." "Not arbitrary, Commander. Necessary." James leaned forward. "Please, I urge you not to break our rules of engagement. Your pleading amuses me, human. You have one planetary rotation to surrender." The screen went dark. Lieutenant Reed looked at his captain. "Sir, they outnumber us 300 to 1, even if we called in every ship in the fleet." "I know, Lieutenant." James tapped his console, sending an encrypted message to Earth Command. "But they don't understand. They've only studied our history, not our nature." Admiral Kate Wilson reviewed the Vex ultimatum in the underground war room beneath Geneva. Representatives from every major Earth power sat around the table, faces grim. "So diplomacy has failed," said the Chinese representative. Kate nodded. "Captain Miller tried to warn them. They didn't listen." The Russian general leaned forward. "Then we implement the protocol?" "Yes." Kate pulled up a holographic display showing the Vex fleet. "They've broken Rule 7, forced ultimatum without good faith negotiation. That activates Response Protocol Omega." The room fell silent. Every person present understood what this meant. "God help them," whispered the British admiral. "They have no idea what they've done." Kate's expression remained stony. "They studied our history but missed the pattern. Every civilization that's threatened humanity's existence has received the same warning. Please don't break the rules. They all made the same mistake." She turned to her communications officer. "Send the alert. All sleeper installations are now active." The Vex commander felt confusion as its sensors detected unusual energy signatures emanating from seemingly empty regions of space near the human territories. According to all intelligence, humans had only established colonies on 7 planets in their immediate stellar neighborhood. "Report," it demanded. "Unknown, Commander," the science officer replied. "We're detecting thousands of artificial structures activating simultaneously throughout this sector. But that's impossible. Human technology cannot mask signatures from our sensors." A junior officer interrupted. "Commander, we're receiving a transmission from the human vessel." Captain James appeared on screen, his expression now different, not afraid but almost pitying. "Commander, I tried to warn you. For 3 centuries, humanity has maintained a simple policy. We keep to ourselves, we follow rules of engagement, and we beg potential enemies not to break those rules. Your threats are hollow, human." James shook his head. "Not a threat. An explanation. You see, after our last global war, humanity made a collective decision. We would present ourselves to the stars, as we wished to be diplomatic, cautious, rule-abiding, but we prepared for the alternative." The science officer suddenly hissed in alarm. "Commander, the structures, they're weapons platforms. Thousands of them, hidden in dark energy fields our sensors couldn't penetrate." James continued calmly. "Rule 7 exists for a reason. When diplomacy is refused, when an enemy forces surrender without negotiation, We no longer have to maintain our carefully crafted persona. The Vex commander froze as new information flooded its displays. The human colonies, supposedly populated by civilians, were disgorging military vessels by the hundreds. Asteroid belts were splitting open to reveal massive gun platforms. Moons thought to be natural were moving out of orbit, revealing themselves as disguised battle stations. "Impossible," the commander whispered. "Your species is primitive." "No," James replied. "Just careful. For 300 years, we've hidden our true capabilities, tucked away our weapons, and pleaded with everyone we met to please follow the rules, because the rules keep us civilized. The rules keep us peaceful." The commander's advisors were now shouting in panic as tens of thousands of human warships emerged from hidden docks and artificial nebulae throughout the sector. "The rules," James finished quietly, "protect you from us." The battle lasted less than an hour. The Vex, for all their technological advantages, hadn't fought a real war in millennia. Their conquests had been against primitive civilizations or through intimidation alone. Humans, however, had never stopped preparing for war, even as they hoped for peace. As the remnants of the Vex fleet retreated into hyperspace, Admiral Kate received Captain James' report from the Harmony Asterisk. "It's done," he said, looking weary. "It broke Rule 7. We responded according to protocol." Kate nodded. "Casualties?" "Minimal on our side. We captured 17 of their vessels intact." And the message? "Sent to all known spacefaring civilizations along with the battle records." Kate closed her eyes briefly. Humanity's carefully maintained facade of being a young, diplomatic species with limited technology had been shattered. The universe now knew what lurked behind their polite requests and careful adherence to rules. "Let's hope they understand now," she said. "The rules aren't for us. They never were." James nodded. "They're the warnings we give others, because we know what we're capable of when provoked." Throughout the galaxy, every civilization receiving the human transmission understood the message clearly. Humans followed rules not because they were weak, but because they were terrifying when they didn't.